Today's learning objective is to divide by 1 and itself. Let's start by looking at dividing by 1. So we look at the discovery picture and we're being asked how many bags of hay will each horse get in each picture. We're going to start with the top left hand picture. We can see that there's one horse and there's 5 bags of hay. Let's look at this question in two different ways because there are two different types of division. First of all, we can look at it as sharing. We have 5 objects that we are going to share between one group, the 5 bags of hay and the one horse. What do you think is going to happen? Let's have a look. Notice, because there is only one horse, all of the objects are shared with that one horse. So 5 divided by 1 is equal to 5. We can also look at division as grouping. So here we have our 5 objects again, but this time I want us to imagine that we want to think that we need a horse for each of our bags of hay. So we were going to make groups of 1. So how many horses will we need for our 5 objects? We need 1 horse for one object, 2 horses, 3, 4, and 5. For each of the objects, 5 divided by 1, so 5 grouped into 1s, is equal to 5. How about 3 divided by 1? Again, we can look at this question as sharing and grouping. Pause the video here and think, how would you represent 3 divided by 1 in a sharing method? And how would you represent it as grouping? What did you find? 3 objects divided between one group. 3 divided by 1 equals 3. Notice how the number we are dividing, 3, is the same as the number we end up with. What about grouping? We can see here that we have 3 objects, and we are going to think how many groups do we need for each of our objects. We need 3 groups. So 3 divided by 1 is equal to 3. We notice that when we divide by 1, our number stays the same. Pause the video here and think, what calculation is represented by this picture? There are 8 objects and it's been shared with one group. So 8 divided by 1 is equal to 8. We can make a generalization. When you divide a number by 1, the answer is the same as the number we began with. Let's have a look. 6 shared into one group leaves you with 6. The answer and the original number stay the same. That generalization is true for every time we divide a number by 1. Here we have 4 bags of hay. The bags of hay are shared between 4 horses. Notice how each horse receives 1 bag of hay each. Let's represent this as a written equation. 4, representing the number of bags of hay altogether, divided by 4, the number of horses, is equal to 1, the number of bags of hay per horse. Here we have divided 4 by 4. Let's look at another example of dividing a number by itself. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. 4 divided by itself, 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. What do you notice? A number is being divided by itself in both cases, and the answer is 1. Does this work when we group for division? Here we have 5 counters. We can see if we do 5 divided by 5, how many 5s are there within 5? there is one group of 5 in 5. So 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. Here we have 6 counters. How many groups of 6 are within 6? There is one group of 6 in 6. So 6 divided by 6 is equal to 1. We can make another generalization. When you divide a number by itself, the answer is 1. I would like you to pause the video here and give this a go. Try and fill in the missing values. So how'd you get on? Alani gives 1 apple to every donkey until she has none left. There are 10 apples. How many donkeys does Alani give apples to? Well, we can see that there's one group of 10. So 10 times 1 is 10. And she shared the 10 apples between 10 donkeys. And each donkey gets 1. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. Multiplying and dividing are related. Here we have an array of 5 apples. Pause the video now and write out the fact family for this array shown. Let's see how you got on. Okay, pause the video again and give this one a go. Let's see how you got on. Okay, so one last thing together before you move on to your independent task. Remembering our 2 generalizations. When a number is divided by 1, the answer is the same as the starting number. When we divide a number by itself, the answer is 1. Pause the video, stop the clock, and as fast as you can, try and work out the calculations in set A and B. Come back and see how well you did. You can see our generalizations are true. So now it's time to move on to your independent task. I hope that you feel more confident dividing by 1 or dividing a number by itself. Okay, good luck. Bye-bye.